Well, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing an interesting demonstration of a Lightgun game running on the Morpheus Cast Extreme Core. And if you tried loading this specific game in the past, you would have found that it is absolutely unplayable due to the inability of actually having a light gun and or a mouse setup. But I have it running with a controller now with a minor config. Basically, it is off center by maybe an inch and a half. So wherever the cursor is on the screen, you kind of have to like adjust for it accordingly. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here, but still badassery being able to even have this run on the Mini Classics. And this will particularly run on the PlayStation Classic and the Amiga 500 Mini to start with. I'm not entirely sure it's going to be possible on the Mega Drive, SNES to start with, but for now, the Amiga 500 Mini and the PlayStation Classic will be able to actually run this game. And I'm a big, tremendous fan of on-rail shooters in general. We're talking about like Area 51, Arcade. Other games that I love are games that are in the vein of Panzer Dragoon. Another game like Panzer Dragoon, of course, would be Gamera 2000 on PlayStation 1, Japan released only. But notice, like, I have to shoot just slightly to the left of these characters. And I'm loving the music here. It reminds me a lot of 1990s KMFDM. And for those of you wondering, how the hell did I ever discover KMFDM to begin with? We're talking MTV Headbangers Ball, and of course movies like Hideaway, which is off of a Dean Arcoon story, starred Jeff Goldblum, and of course Alicia Silverstone. That was a fun movie. And of course we had Hellraiser 3 with the song called Ooh La La. But in particular, the song that was in Hideaway, that Jeff Goldblum movie, was none other than Go to Hell, like the MTV remix, because MTV wouldn't play KMFDM for a while. I mean, they consider it too risque for them, but they eventually got around to airing them on there heavily. Oh, look at this. It reminds me of like I Am Robot here, with that particular actor from Dodgeball. The pirate guy, what was his name again? He's always been a fun actor, and his actor's name is escaping me right now. But again, we have Ninja Salt here. Another game I'm a big fan of is, of course, none other than Godzilla Generations Maximum Impact on Dreamcast. I had the import of that along with the Godzilla Generations. It was two games. One was like an on-rail shooter, similar to Panzer Dragoon, where you had the kind of an over-the-shoulder perspective of Godzilla, and you're taking on all the various monsters. And it was just a badass game. And then the other one was just simply called Godzilla Generations, which was kind of like a Rampage-style game, combined with a little bit of some of the eccentricities of games like Blast Corps. We had to destroy the entire environment with a certain time period. You could actually unlock more monsters, including the Godzilla 1998 monster. But I'm going to actually close content right now. And another thing you could do is like run Atomiswave ports, and these are some of the fun games to play, like Dolphin Blue, etc. But I have a couple fighting games on here. We're going to try one right now. I believe this one is called Kenju, Kenju. And I mean, you can run this with, of course, the Atomiswave BIOS, but you can also do like a Dreamcast Atomiswave conversion and just run it as is with the typical Dreamcast BIOS. I love my fighting games, and they never get old. Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat. I still need to get Mortal Kombat 11 because I want to be able to play as John Rambo. And I recently rewatched John Rambo, called First Blood. That is a great movie from 1982. I have it on 4K Blu-ray as well. But just big fan of that game. Oh, look at this awesomeness here. Wow, that is awesome. Let's see what kind of characters I can pick here. Sammy. We know Sammy, they're behind the Atomiswave hardware, and it's kind of like a follow-up to the Neo Geo hardware once Neo Geo kind of faltered and was on its last leg. Who do we have here? Is that couple characters? Slayman. Oh, jeez. Loving this music here. We'll try Nanoha. Okay. Oh, I love this. Very cool stuff indeed. Roger. I want Roger, my kangaroo from Tekken, to be in the newest Tekken 8. I mean, so many characters from Tekken 8 are missing, such as Gain Ryu, Roger, Marduk, Bruce. They need to bring them all back. I'm loving this like pseudo 3D style look here. This is Kenju. It really feels like an awesome Sega Saturn style game. Another fun fighting game that you can play like that with Atomiswave is Force 5. It was actually an unreleased game. Again, you can tell I don't really know these moves, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of like fighting vipers and stuff. Can I do a move? There we go. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of fighting vipers and games like that. There we go. Do I have like a meter like in Tekken 8? There we go. Replay. I definitely need to get Tekken. I need to get Mortal Kombat 11 and have my John Rambo without a doubt. And where's your opinion? Do you think who had the better catalog of action movies? Would you say Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone? In my opinion, just like the Super Nintendo and Mega Drive, between the two, they each had a great movie that counteract one another. Like we had Terminator for obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we had Rambo for Sylvester Stallone. I mean, every character you name within these context of the movies, they had their great venerable qualities. True Lies was a fantastic movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then, of course, we had Cobra with Sylvester Stallone. And one of my favorite Sylvester Stallone movies is Nighthawks, which had Rutger Hauer in it. You can tell I don't really know the moves here. I need to practice, but I'm going to close content again. Again, like, I could play like a game like Killer Instinct, Tekken, Soul Calibur, and get right into it, but some of these games that I have not really played before, I gotta have a little bit more practice, otherwise I'm gonna be mashing and throwing them and doing all kinds of goofy crap. But we're gonna do the other game right here. This should be actually Force 5, the unreleased game. Try this for a moment. Then we're gonna do a little bit of demonstration of Double Dragon MSU1, which is the CD soundtrack for Super Nintendo. You're gonna be able to run that on all the minis. Of course, you can run Kenju and Force 5 on all the minis too. I mean, with varying results. Force 5. Okay. Hound? Is that like a Metal Gear style character there? Come on now. Oh man. You see a lot of times these characters will be kind of like loosely based on characters you'd expect in real life. Saka. There we go. Oh, we got a Nacho Libre style character there. Try this out. We're going for a Dead or Alive style thing here. Remember that settings on the PlayStation 1 version where you could like increase the bounceability. There we go. Oh, this reminds me more of like Virtua Fighter now. Some interesting background there. When in doubt, do a throw. Perfect. Yeah, right. You ever notice, like, when you're playing, like, an arcade game like Street Fighter 2, the first character you fight will be so easy, then you end up getting to somebody like Guile who just whoops your ass over and over again, or Ken on, like, the Top Gun-style music stage. Loving these backgrounds there, though. These are awesome backgrounds. Of course, we're going to do Double Dragon next. I wish I knew the moves in this game, and, of course, Kenju, but it is what it is. Okay. Closed content. Now let's do the Double Dragon MSU1 here. Now check this out here. When I load the game up, I'm going to be using SNES Foss Extreme. And again, we're running a CD-based soundtrack with an actual Nintendo game. And you can do this one of two different ways. I mean, we could choose the original soundtrack, which will just play the normal music right here. Play for a moment so you hear. Dum-da-dum-dum. And when I first got my Nintendo, the very first two games I rented from a local video game store were none other than Double Dragon and Castlevania. And of course, the third game I rented was Punch-Out! And these are still three of my favorite games of all time. But here we go. Original music going on here. And this is very, very cool because if you ever play the arcade version, you'll notice that you have all the moves like right away. Whereas this is almost like a pseudo action RPG where you actually gain experience points and can level up. Actually, let's hear that theme here. We got to hear that theme. Remember that cartoon series? We're about to hear it right now. Here you go. Awesome, awesome stuff there. I used to very, very much look forward to like Saturday mornings and watching all these cartoons that were back on in the day. And even like when they'd have like the fall cartoon preview on Friday nights. They'd show like the show Alf, and then there'd be like a fall preview right after that, Punky Brewster, all them type of shows. But there are so many like weird weird cartoon series back then, like Teen Wolf the cartoon series, Rubik's Cube, Turbo Teen, even stuff like Shirt Tails, Gummy Bears. I mean, name some of your favorite cartoons back in the day. Obviously, you're all going to know like G.I. Joe and Transformers, but name some of the more obscure ones like Dungeons and Dragons and such. But here we go. Right now, we're doing a double Dragon Gaiden from like PS4, etc. And the cool thing is, there are so many like workarounds to play in this game. So many glitches, exploits, and I love games like this where you can do exploits. One thing to note here is you gain experience points, and depending on what attack you do, you level up accordingly. So I don't want to kick. Look at my experience points in the bottom left. By doing punches, I'm leveling up faster. I can only do like basic moves when I have 1 heart, but if I get up to 2 hearts, I'll be able to do better moves. Like, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a moment here. Let me take this enemy out. So if I go to jump right now, I can only do a standard jump. But if I get up to like a certain heart, I'll be able to do jump kicks, which will definitely be useful. You gain some very, very practical moves as you level up here. We should be getting a level up here soon. And some enemies you're not going to want to punch from the get-go, like the Linda and such. Okay. If I get 2 stars, I'm going to be able to do like an uppercut. I don't have the uppercut yet, but I should in a moment. If you actually pick up a weapon, like right as they're perishing, it'll turn into a different thing like it just did there. It turned almost into like a cotton candy type thing. Okay. Oh, now we can do the uppercut. Let's try this. Make sure I actually push the punch button. There we go, uppercut. We want to get to 3 hearts though. Come here. I know there's a glitch you can like throw the barrel up the screen too. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Try to remember how we do this. Do we need to like stand right here? I failed on that one, but if you throw it the right way, it'll actually go right up the wall. We want to get to 3 hearts there though. Here we go. Uppercut. We wanted my jump kick though. I love all the various Double Dragon ports. I kind of wish this had 2-player mode activate, but at least we had the Sega Master System and the Atari 2600 versions, which I need though. There's another glitch to the right here, but you got to be careful doing it because you could actually screw your game up. It's where you climb up the wall here. You don't want to climb up too far because you could get stuck up there, but if you do it right, you can actually keep going up, 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 up over and over again. Kind of like when you play like Metroid and you do the bombing and you end up getting stuck in the environment, but if you do it right, you can actually go like a shortcut right to Mother Brain right from the get-go. Uppercut. And we have an Ababo coming up here, which is real easy to take out. There's a little exploit for that. Take these guys out. I want to get my 3 hearts before we get to the next stage. Here comes the Ababo. And a Ababo is really, really easy to take out. You just have to do this, basically. Just that, and that's all you do. It's super easy. I've seen, like, playthroughs of the game, and they almost always try taking on a Ababo, but it's just so easy to take them out. Get it to our jump kick here. There we go. Now we can do the jump kick. Like so. You can also get other attacks like elbow smash, which is like the game breaking thing in the arcade version. You do the elbow smash, you can take any enemy out here. It's not as OP in this game as it is the arcade, but it's still very, very practical and useful. Okay. I remember playing this in the arcade version with my friend many, many years ago, and you have to hold down the kick and punch button to do the jump. But here, with the MSU1 version, you can have them mapped to one single button. I'm just using one button to jump. It's cool having 3 buttons here. So check this out, okay? You can actually trick this guy into like bombing himself if you do it the right way. And you might notice these guys actually get their jump kick as well. He could jump kick me now too because he kind of levels up. Kind of like the Japan version of Final Fantasy 2. Okay, do my jump kick and get a bad here. There we go. And I remember watching Raid 2 Redemption, and the brother and sister, one of them had a baseball bat. Remember that? Look that up. Raid 2 Redemption, baseball bat. Okay, now check this out. You want to kind of get these enemies to come here. Right to the edge of this girder here. Let's watch what happens. I think I did it right. If I go all the way to the edge here. See if I do this bug right. Right to the edge there. They should be gone when I go back if I did it right. But he's still there. So look. Look. Easy leveling up there. Look at the bottom left. Invisible enemy here. I'm usually able to level up to like 7 hearts by the time I do the third stage anyway though. But you can just stay here and like level up real easily if you so choose to. I'll get up to like 5 hearts here. I remember playing games like Will for Nintendo or even like Rygar and using my NES Advantage, putting tape on it and just having a turbo button taped down and just leaving for a minute or so, 2 minutes, and that'd be like nice and leveled up by the time I got back. Okay? And there's so many cool glitches in this game, exploits. Like, I love exploits in games because even like one time I did a video where my friend, he was doing like a game a day for Nintendo and he had trouble beating Top Gun. And I realized when I was doing the overhead stage 2, you actually, enemies can't hurt you if they can't see you. Look at that. Ground slam there. That's like UFC style stuff there. Knock her down. Pin her down to the ground. Okay. I'm loving this music. I have to say, like, aside from like Double Dragon 1, I played probably like Double Dragon 2 and River City Ransom hundreds of times on the original Nintendo 2-player mode activated. I love these 2-player games. Oh yeah? I got this. Oh, we can do this as well. Cheap tactic here. There we go. And you have the chin enemy coming up here, who is incredibly easy to take out. Let's watch how easy it is to take him out. Just get him on screen, like so. I mean, you can fight him if you so choose to and gain experience points, or you can just go down and evade him, and that stage will end. Like right about when I get down here, it should end on me automatically. Now we're in stage 3. And once we get to 6 hearts, I believe we can do the elbow smash, and that just is OP all the way. Okay. And I remember playing this in the arcade version, getting to the 3rd stage, and that bridge, just losing all my quarters on it because it was so difficult to do the jump button in the arcade version. There we go. And of course, once you get past this stage, you'll see that it actually varies drastically from the arcade version because you have like the boulders coming down on you and such. That throw does quite a bit of damage here. There we go. Can we pound them yet? Oh, see, you have to be able to do like less than 4 hits left to be able to pound them on the ground. There we go. Submit. There we go. And you can, of course, do kind of like the Bio-Billy thing where you stand right on the enemies and they won't be able to hurt you initially right when they get up. Because if you play like Mad City, the Japan version of Bio-Billy, you can stand right on enemies and they can't hurt you. You can do that with a bobble here to stand like right on his feet or near his ankles and he won't be able to touch you until he's like arm length away. There we go. Not powerful enough yet. How many looks does it take to get to the center of Chin Pop? Now we should be able to pound him. Remember playing like Bio-Billy and like having to do jump kicks to the game? There we go. Now we can do elbow smash. That'll take him out. And then one thing I like here, if you actually don't have yourself on the same plane, the enemy will have to compensate, and you could easily do like a elbow smash on them. There we go. That's a weaker enemy there. Here's the part where you normally lose all your quarters in the arcade, but here we have a jump button. We can do 2 jumps in a row. Okay. Sometimes you could actually line up enemies together and get them both at the same time. Try to get them both lined up together. Bye. I don't really pick up weapons for the most part, but I guess they would come in handy for the final stage. And you get like a spin kick if you get to 7 stars. Notice how the enemy's right on top of me, but it wasn't touching me at all. That's the cool thing. You can do that in like the American version of Biobilly as well, but you have to like keep fiddling around. Again, like I said, plant myself for an elbow smash. See how easy it is. Does quite a bit of damage too. We should have a bobble coming up here. One thing I wish we could do is like throw enemies into each other. That would have been great. Okay, come on, Ababo, or we're going to have a little hole in the wall here. Bam. Elbow smash. Get them both lined up just like the Frost Giant and Golden Axe. If I could get them both lined up together, it'd be a lot quicker taking them out. Oh, too close. There we go. There we go.